So it's chemical reaction and equations, and today's topic is displacement reaction. This is another very important reaction in chemistry, and a very deep understanding of this reaction is important because again in chapter 3 it is linked. So let's start today's topic, which is displacement reaction. The simple definition is those reaction in which a more active element, it could be a metal or a non-metal, displaces a less active element, again it could be a metal or a non-metal, from its compound. So diagrammatically, if we try to understand this, here you see A is one reactant which could be again a metal or a non-metal, and it is reacting with a compound which is nothing but a salt solution formed by two oppositely charged ions, positive and negative. Then they react among each other. So what actually happens is, as you saw in the diagram, metal A displaces metal B from the salt solution. We observe another salt solution in the product side after the reaction. A gets exchanged with C and it forms another salt solution AC in the product side, and B is left with another metal. This kind of reaction called displacement reaction. These reactions are generally found to occur in the solution form. Now the genuine question which is arising out of this reaction is why? Why more active metal can displace a less active element? There is a series called reactivity series which shows various arrangement of metals in a column in order of their decreasing reactivity from top to bottom, and this kind of series is called reactivity series or activity series. Now we will try to understand this kind of series more deeply. So this is reactivity series. Based on the study of their reaction, the metals have been arranged in order of their reactivity. The more active elements lie above, whereas less active elements, they lie below in the series. That means the potassium, as you see, which is lying at the top, is the most reactive metal. Platinum, which is lying at the bottom, it is the least reactive metal. Thus any metal can displace the metal lying below it from its salt solution. It is also important to note that hydrogen, if you see the location, whatever elements which are present in the top of hydrogens, they can displace hydrogen from acid and water, and they can give out hydrogen gas. Generally least reactive element: copper, silver, gold and platinum. Guys, this is all about the reactivity series. Let's see some displacement reaction. So guys, what happens if we add iron to the copper sulfate solution? You can see the change of color of the solution. Blue color of copper sulfate you see here, and it has turned to light green in color. And also if you see the change in the iron nail, brown coating you see on the iron nail. This is because of the copper metal which is deposited on the iron. Let's see and try and understand with the help of the chemical equation. So you see the blue color of the copper sulfate solution, it fades and it changes into light green in color. Also the iron nail, which is suspending in this reaction medium, it has acquired a brownish coating on its surface. If you see the chemical equation, we can see here iron, the salt solution, that is copper sulfate, is blue in color. What is formed in the product side? It is ferrous sulfate. As I told you, the metals which are lying above in the reactivity series, they can displace the metals which are placed below them. This copper is present below iron. Iron being more reactive than copper, it displaces copper from its salt solution, and copper is left as a metal. It is actually depositing on the iron nails. This is the displacement reaction, and this is how it all happens. There is another reaction based on it. Let's have a look at it. reaction between zinc and copper sulfate solution. You can see the two test tubes over here. Before the reaction, you see the blue color of the copper sulfate and some zinc granules are placed in it. Now the color of the zinc granules is silver. After the reaction, color of the solution, which is blue, started decolorizing. Now zinc granules, they will turn black after the reaction. This is the overall reaction which takes place. So now you see the blue color of the copper sulfate solution, it fades. Now it fades because of the formation of another salt solution now, which is zinc sulfate. Now color of the zinc sulfate is colorless. Next thing is the reddish brown copper particles are deposited on the surface of zinc, appearing to us as brownish or blackish in color. So if we see the equation, the zinc granules we have placed metal form, and the salt solution is copper sulfate, blue in color. Zinc is more reactive element than copper. Zinc can easily displace copper from its salt solution, that is copper sulfate solution, and it will form zinc sulfate in the product site, colorless. So that is why you see the change in color, and copper is left, so copper will be left in the product side. So this brown coating is actually depositing on the zinc granules. This is the overall reaction that is taking place, and it is a type of displacement reaction. And there are many examples of this reaction. On a similar note, let's have a look at another reaction of lead and copper chloride solution. So now we'll see a reaction between lead and copper chloride. Lead is more reactive than copper. So if lead is placed in the copper chloride solution, which is white in color, it will displace it and it will form another salt solution, lead chloride and copper. So this is the simple displacement reaction that you need to understand. Thank you so much guys. There is so much to share about chemistry. So stay connected with me at my channel by subscribing it. Also like it, share it with your friends. Stay motivated, stay positive, because we have got Chemaholic.